Now, while calculating EPS we are calculating for the common stockholders, correct?
Yes, sir.
Common stockholders. While paying dividend, while calculating the EPS, I have told you net income. If company is having preference shares, we need to deduct the preference dividend. However, we need to check whether it is a non-cumulative or cumulative. Whether the company shares, preference shares, are non-cumulative or cumulative, we need to check. If the question is silent, about non-cumulative or cumulative, what to do? Tell me while calculating EPS.
Non-cumulative.
Non-cumulative. And the company has not declared any dividend that particular year. We need to deduct preference dividend while calculating EPS or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No need. However, if cumulative preference shares are there, company has not declared, even though it is not declared, it is considered earned. Anyhow, we will be paying in future. While calculating EPS, if it is a cumulative preference share, even though it is not declared, while calculating the EPS, net income minus preferred dividend of that particular year should be deducted. This is the important point. Once again, if company shares are cumulative, it is given in the question, and it is specifically given that dividend is not declared in 2020. While calculating 2020 EPS, net income minus preference dividend should be deducted for EPS calculation only. We are deducting preference dividend doesn't mean that we are paying dividend in 2020. It is just earnings available to common stockholder is after preference dividend only. Hence, we need to deduct the preference dividend for calculation purpose only. It doesn't mean that we are paying while paying 2021 or 2022, whenever we are paying, all cumulative preference dividend should be paid. Paid is different, EPS calculation is different. Please make sure this point should be clear to you. Is it clear, or do you have any doubt? Ask me.
Sir, if a company issuing two type of preference shares, non-cumulative and cumulative,
okay,
the EPS calculation will be how it will be done. So means net income minus preference dividend, or
see, non-cumulative, cumulative, both are there, and you are calculating for 2020. If company declared the dividend, means both non-cumulative preference dividend and cumulative preference dividend need to be deducted. If company has not declared 2020 dividend, from net income, we need to deduct the preference dividend related to the cumulative preference shares, not to the non-cumulative.
Sir, here how can we know that how many number of shares are available for preference shares of cumulative or non-cumulative?
It will be given in the question, no? Company should know this thing, how many number of shares issued and all. They will give the clarity of the picture.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear to everyone, or do you have any doubt? Ask me, please.
If the company has not declared the dividend,
yes,
the net profit is added to the retained earnings, right?
Net profit to the added to the retained earnings. Obviously.
So in the next year, if they want to calculate the dividend, it is necessary that they have to calculate only on the net profit, or they can also take some part of the retained earnings.
No. While calculating EPS, we will take current year net income only. That's why it is earning per share. Earning of the current year only we are calculating. That's why we are deducting preference dividend even though you are not paying if it is a cumulative. Understood? Mubin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any doubt, any one of you? Please ask me. Perfect clarity is there, all of you?
So what's the denominator here? Net income minus preference shares.
Net
dividend.
income minus preference dividend and number of common shares, number of
Outstanding.
shares,
Common shares outstanding.
common shares outstanding. Common shares outstanding, nothing. Understood,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
all of you? Is it clear up to now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So for the cumulative purpose, if it is declared or not declared also, but the dividends are added up, isn't it, always?
No, could you please repeat your question, please, Miss Indu?
Now you said no, if it is not declared,
Hmm, hmm.
we are just for calculation of the EPS purpose, we are using this preference dividend.
Yes.
Even if it is not that, but as it is a cumulative preference share, the dividends are always accumulated, isn't it?
Yes. We need to minus for cumulative preferential, though it is not declared. Preference
Ah.
dividend. Is it clear, all of you? All of you?
Yes,
is
sir.
it-
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Sir, if it is not declared, then what is the use of calculating this earnings per share?
Okay, fine. Earning per share means what exactly?
Earned by the investors on each share.
Cumulative preference shares, even it is not declared in 2020, you are going to pay in 2021, right? So are we paying 2020 dividend and 2021 dividend in 2021?
Cumulative preferences we are paying.
Paying, right? So that means indirectly, what is the earning in reality, earnings available to, okay, earnings available to common stockholders will be not total income. It is after preference dividend only. Logical, no? You are not paying 2020, but you will pay in 2021. So is it not logical? Net income minus preference dividend. Anyhow, you are not paying today, but you are paying in 2021, means current year income up to preference dividend is not available. It is available. What is available to earning? What income is available to common stockholders? Is it available or not?
Preferential shares.
Is it available or not?
No.
Yeah, available.
Yeah, so even if the company is closed in 2022, so what income, the dividend is not paid, is it available in the retained earnings? Is it available in retained earnings?
Yes, it's available.
Available means who will be paid? Common stockholder will be paid.
Stockholders.
All retained
Yes.
earnings belongs to common stockholders only. Why we are not paying means company not having profits, because of that it is not paying. No, they have no cash crunch is there, or whatever it may be the reason. Presently company is taking up some new project, or some liquidity position is not good. Different reasons will be there, but retained earning available always to common stock. So the company, even though the dividend is not paid, it doesn't mean that the company has lost. The equity shareholders lost those earnings. No, when company get close, at that time they will get back their earnings if it is available in that account. So that's why, what is my real earning EPS? I need to calculate. If preference dividend, though we are not paying in 2020 because of it is cumulative preference shares, so they will be paying in 2021. So that's why it is after deducting preference dividend only, common sense is there, so that it will become EPS. Understood, Mubin?
Yeah. And where do we show this earned cumulative preferential shares amount?
Separate account they may create. That is just like reserve for the amount, just like we discussed in yesterday. There is a reserve for outstanding debt or something like that. Okay, clear.
Okay.